Hello guys, welcome back to my 13th commentary video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the question, why do humans yawn contagiously? Now, this is a pretty good question. I know lots of you have probably asked this question before, just like I have. So in today's video, we're going to dive into the real biological reasons for why this takes place. So, first of all, let's talk about what is a yawn. Now, a yawn is when you're very tired, so you open your mouth and you go, and it signifies to other people that you're tired. So, the first reason I have is why humans yawn it originally developed as a survival instinct to show other people that you're tired. Now, what this is going to be used for is it's going to be used as a survival instinct to show people that you're tired. And so it's going to basically give a lot of insight to other people about what's going on in your life. And people typically get hungry. Sorry, I meant it signifies hunger, not that you're tired, but it also does both. But get people typically get hungry when they get tired because it's at the end of the day. And the end of the day is basically the time when you've lived out the entire day so far and you're tired and you need to go to sleep. But if you're going to sleep at the end of the day, wouldn't that also mean that you're going to technically be tired? Because if you're sleeping, going to sleep at the end of the day shows tiredness. Because, you've had a long day of work, you've had so many things that you've accomplished throughout the day, and it's just a nice break, right? So that's basically what happens there. But then, because you're all hungry at the end of the day, yeah, the yawning signifies hunger because you're opening your mouth. And it'll basically show people how hungry you are, and it'll make people feel a little sympathetic towards you because they're gonna sit there and they're gonna be like, oh man, this guy hasn't gotten all the food he wants to get. I feel so bad for him. I'm gonna give him a little sweet treat. And so what they end up doing is they end up giving you food, and this is what helped our ancestors survive more. And this is, yeah. So this gene has been passed on for generations, and generations more to come. So, so yeah, that's basically a summary of the first reason, but the second reason is a lot more interesting. And now the second reason that I have is that it can actually be used as a fun way to bond with people. And you're probably wondering, hey, how can this be used as a fun way to bond with people? Right? And that would be a good question. Now, the way this can be used to bond with people is when you can yawn, and then someone else will yawn as well. And then they'll be like, oh, like we just yawned together, and it'll be like a fun little thing you can do. Like you go up to someone, you yawn, they yawn back, and it's like an interaction because humans really thrive off interaction, so this is just kind of like a positive benefit. And yeah, and that kind of does lead a little bit to my next point of people can use it as a fun little game to play. So imagine you're like a caveman and you're stuck in your cave and you're a man and you want to play a fun little game. Well, basically what you're gonna do is you're gonna yawn with people. So you can yawn and then the other people will be like, oh, we just yawned, and it'll be like a fun game everyone can play. And everyone will enjoy it and it'll be nice and fun for everyone. And so the reason people do this is actually because it's like a nice, fun bonding game together, and it's something that basically the whole family can do together and the whole family can enjoy. And this kind of goes together with eating food. So, humans would go out, they would hunt for all their food, and then they would come back, they would eat their food together, and they would have this fun little game that they would play together where they would all yawn together. And it would just kind of be a fun experience for the whole family. It would bring everyone close together. And especially if you're a caveman and you meet a cave girl and you want to bring her back to your tribe and, sort of get her to meet everyone, it's going to be a really fun experience. Your girlfriend, your cave girlfriend can play the game with everyone and they're all going to enjoy it. So yeah, that would be a very fun experience. Now, just kind of another thing that we haven't really touched on is that yawning signifies tiredness. So so basically the purpose of yawning is to show people that you're tired and you want to get to bed and you're like, "Oh, I'm tired right now and I want to get to bed." And the reason this is a good thing to do is because before humans evolved to talk, we actually didn't have any way of showing people when we're tired. And so this was kind of our best option for showing people we're tired. And so it was kind of picked up by everyone as the sort of number one way to show everyone that you're tired. And the reason you would want to tell people you're tired is because say there's like a big gorilla and it's coming to attack you and your tribe. So you would want to tell everyone and let them know like, "Oh man, I'm not ready to fight right now because I'm all tired and stuff." And that wouldn't really be a good idea because of how tired I am. It would not be a good idea to fight the gorilla right now. And so yeah, so we all need to back off. Or if you guys want to take the more offensive lead and you guys can go attack the gorilla and then I'll be right behind you guys. And yeah, so it's kind of just a way that helped our ancestors survive in the wild. Now, one of the last things, and actually kind of the biggest thing I wanted to talk about, is the fact that it prevents you from eating. So this is basically a mechanism that humans use to stop themselves from eating. Because you know when you're hungry and you go downstairs and you go get some food and you're like, "Oh, I'm really hungry, so I'm going to go downstairs and I'm going to get myself some food." Well, basically, what that does is it prevents you from sleeping because it's a bit hard to sleep and chew at the same time. It's kind of not really something that people do too often. So yeah, so it's going to end up being something that is going to prevent you from sleeping. So our ancestors, they would start yawning whenever they tried to eat, and then because it's forcing your mouth open when you yawn, you actually can't chew, right? So the fact you can't chew is going to make it so you can't eat. It's going to help get rid of this habit of eating. So that's going to be really good for you, right? Now, I'm pretty sure that's common sense, and it really is a big deal. So, yeah, what you guys want to make sure is when you're yawning before bed, you make sure you're not eating as well because that's kind of the purpose it was invented for. Now, yawning is a pretty significant part of life, and it's not really something you can ever get around. So if you guys ever do want to try to stop yawning, I would advise that you don't do that. Because it probably wouldn't be a good idea, to be completely honest with you guys. I don't think that would be a good idea. But the fact humans yawn contagiously is such an integral part of human nature that it's not something you would ever want to get rid of. It's something that we need to embrace and we need to say, "Yes, I am a human and I yawn and we all yawn together." And that unites us together because we're all humans and we all yawn together. And so when we have that sort of mindset about yawning, it does nothing but bring us closer together. And so that's actually really good for us. I wasn't hitting him there because I didn't want to hit him into the void because I wanted his loot. By the way, just letting you guys sort of know right there. And yeah, the fact we yawn, if you think about it, the yawns need to be contagious because if you yawn and no one yawns with you, it's not going to be a fun game anymore. It's just going to be, "Oh, I'm tired and I'm yawning." And that's not fun for anyone, right? So that's going to be kind of boring. And so the reason it's contagious is because it actually takes this little mechanism that no one really cares about and it turns it into this really fun game that we can all play with our family and friends. And so yeah, that's kind of it. That's kind of the reason why we all yawn. And yeah, I hope this video was informative for you guys, because I know it was informative for me. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm gonna go actually sleep now because I've been yawning quite a bit. See how the mechanism's coming into play. So that's what's gonna be helping me sleep tonight. So I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your days, and I hope you guys have a good time yawning tonight, because I know I will. Bye.